Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is Saturday, February 3rd, and you know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. As always, you know you can catch me out on the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, of course, the 215 on Twitter. Been under the weather, and the Wix site is taking longer than possible that I thought would be, so we're going to pivot to Tumblr for the time being. I thought I deleted my Tumblr account, and yet it is still here. I don't know. Anyway, we got a special show today, and we're going to be talking about what needs to change about the road to WrestleMania. And there's going to be no superstar spotlight, no episode list. We've done this before. We're going to do it again. But for now, just go on and hit my music. So let's talk about the road to WrestleMania. What is the road to WrestleMania? Well, WrestleMania in and of itself is the biggest show of the year that the WWE puts on, right? It's one of their big, let's say, I'm going to go big six, along with the Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, and Clash of Champions. But they like to say they have a big five, excluding Clash of Champions, which is fine, because Money in the Bank has been elevated to that type of event where it's up there, right? WrestleMania is the biggest show of the year. It's kind of like the season finale for the WWE, and everyone has their own version, not a version of WrestleMania, but their season finale show. AEW has Double or Nothing, TNA has Bound for Glory, WCW had Starrcade, and so on and so forth. Everybody has the New Japan has Wrestle Kingdom, right? So everybody has their season finale show. And when the new year comes in, January starts, we get on the road to WrestleMania. Everything leads up to the big show, the show of shows, right? And for the longest time, it was very, it was very succinct. We had the new year, some shows, Royal Rumble, which was like the official start of the road to WrestleMania. After the Royal Rumble, we would have No Way Out, and then we would have WrestleMania. Things have changed since then. We still have the Royal Rumble, and then we still have WrestleMania, but it's the in between that matters. So we get on this road, and everything ramps up. So from like January up until, let's say, SummerSlam, the WWE is really putting their best foot forward. There's a little bit of ho-hum doldrums right there in maybe the middle of spring, but then it picks back up in the summer, and then the fall, winter, we're kind of just chilling. But the road to WrestleMania is the very, very important part. So we have the road. We know what it consists of: Royal Rumble, whatever pay-per-view is in the middle, and then WrestleMania. So the first thing is the issues with the Royal Rumble. Now, many people will tell you that the Royal Rumble is the most important event the WWE puts on, even over WrestleMania, even over the Money in the Bank. Because when you win the Royal Rumble match, you guarantee yourself a main event spot for the World Championship of WrestleMania. So it makes it that much more important, right? The match in and of itself is usually very, very fun, very good, very entertaining. Rarely has there been kind of a boring WrestleMania main event, a boring Royal Rumble. Now, mind you, this this guaranteed championship match didn't start until WrestleMania 9. Okay. So we have here this event, and it gives us a road, a path of what we want to do. Now, yeah, there were 2 times where the match kind of was discredited. That would be the 40-person Royal Rumble, which we had at Royal Rumble. Hold on, the 2011 edition, and then we had the Greatest Royal Rumble, which was held at Saudi Arabia, which was a 50-man Royal Rumble. We don't count. Like, it was dumb. I can understand the 41 kind of just to tie it out, but here we are. Now, here's the thing about the Royal Rumble. It's a fun event, and since 2018, we've also had a women's Royal Rumble, which I was there for the very first one. Philadelphia. Feel good about that. But we have WrestleMania, right? You get your shot. The thing with the Royal Rumble is that, excluding the surprise appearances, right? The legends, announcers, whomever, you kind of know who's going to win it, and more specifically, who has a shot at winning it. Take, for example, this was Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes won, but we knew that Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk were really the only 3 people that had a shot at winning. You know what I mean? And we got to change that. And that comes with booking everybody. The one thing I love about AEW and about TNA is that they can book anybody to be a serious threat to any championship. Y'all remember 2-3 years ago, Rich Swann was TNA World Champion, and now he's wrestling on the pre-show. But that's not to discredit him or dumb him or put him down. It's just things rotate, because everybody in TNA is a family. We just had Hook challenge Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship. He was treated as a serious threat. We knew Joe was going to win, but Hook was treated as a serious threat. We have to change that about the Royal Rumble. Women's Royal Rumble, it's a little different, but even still, Bayley, Asuka, Bianca, Becky, Nia, Liv Morgan. Those pretty much things we knew. The women's field is always usually a little bit more open. So we have to make it that we have more believable winners. And there have been times where a world championship has been in a match, has been in the Royal Rumble match. Royal Rumble 2016, the WWE Championship was on the line. Think about that. Go to the 2016 event. We had a Royal Rumble match for the WWE Championship. And that's fine. You can do that every so often. And then the winner sometimes also puts their championship opportunity on the line. And it's happened a few times. Shawn Michaels did it. Triple H did it. John Cena did it. So it's not out of the blue for that to happen. We just have to get more possible winners in the match. Okay? I just need to feel like, hey, I want to be shocked somewhat when we get a winner. Then we have the middle of the road. So after the Royal Rumble, we have about 8 or 9 weeks leading up to WrestleMania. And for a while now, we've reached this point where the winners of the matches just have to outright, within a week or two of winning the match, say who they're facing at WrestleMania. I've never, ever liked that. Why? Because in between the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, there's usually another pay-per-view event. For the longest time, it was Royal Rumble, No Way Out, WrestleMania. Royal Rumble, No Way Out, WrestleMania. Now it's been Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania. And when we had the co-branded event, not the co-branded, the brand-specific events, it was switched up. So let's go back to the year. Let's start with the year 2000, right? Royal Rumble. At the Royal Rumble, right? After that, in 2000, we had No Way Out. The main event of that match. So who won the Royal Rumble in 2000? The winner of the Royal Rumble, I believe, was The Rock. Okay. We had No Way Out follow up. The main event of No Way Out was Triple H versus Cactus Jack for the WWF Championship. Now, 2000s are weird because this was when The Rock and Big Show were both eliminated at the same time. So this led to the McMahon in every corner. But you see what I mean? We had another championship match. Let's go to 2001. The Royal Rumble winner was Stone Cold. At No Way Out, we had a WWF Championship match. This is before we had 2 world titles. Right? So now let's jump to 2002. We now have the co-branded the brand split, right? Royal Rumble winner 2002 was Triple H. No Way Out, we had Jericho fight Stone Cold for the championship match, right? So didn't get 2 world champions. So let's jump forward to when we have 2 world champions. 2003, the following year, right? We have the Royal Rumble. Winner of the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar. Then we had No Way Out. Now the main event of No Way Out was Rock Hogan 2. weird. But also, at No Way Out 2003, we had another World Championship match. Triple H facing Scott Steiner, retaining the World Heavyweight Championship. No WWE Championship match. Let's jump forward to... So funny, in 2004, we had No Way Out, which was a SmackDown event. Raw didn't have an event. That was the main event was Eddie versus Brock Lesnar. So at No Way Out 2004, only one championship was on the line, and we've been going to this to this way of saying, okay, you know what? We'll have a number one contenders match, and then we'll have a championship match. But now we're not even doing that anymore. Let's go to the show in between. So for the longest time recently, it's been the Elimination Chamber, the last couple of years. So the Chamber last year, did we have any title matches? We had a singles match for the Universal Championship, right? There was no World Championship match. Titles can change hands. Things can happen. Why should I, as the Royal Rumble winner, choose a champion? Why? 2022, we had 2 world title matches. Roman versus Goldberg, Universal Championship. Brock winning an Elimination Chamber match to win the WWE Championship. The WWE Championship changed hands in between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. So why are we constantly having our Rumble winners say, you know, I'm gonna pick this person, I'm gonna pick that person, when the championship can change hands? You can't make the road predictable. We're in this moment right now. I'm doing this show right now because of 2 reasons. One, what happened with Cody Rhodes, and we'll dive into that next week. We'll do a little expose. We got 2 exposés next week, actually. Cody Rhodes just giving up his championship match, and Seth Rollins currently being hurt as the World Heavyweight Champion. Now, I get it. You painted yourself into a corner, and you had to make a new championship for Seth Rollins. This doesn't even carry the weight of the old Big Gold belt, because that got folded into the WWE Championship. So for the uninitiated, currently Roman Reigns holds 2 world titles: the Universal Championship, which they made, and the WWE Championship, which has the history, the lineage of the WWE Championship going all the way back to Bruno Sammartino, and the World Heavyweight Championship, which goes back to WCW and NWA. Seth has a new title. So, okay, you want to make Seth the workhorse. You want to have Seth, build the championship up. Okay. He can keep defending it, but if he doesn't lose it, it doesn't mean anything. And I said this when he was feuding with Shinsuke Nakamura. They should have had Shinsuke win. Shinsuke murdered this man, and yet he still lost. Yes, you wanted to have Seth a champion at WrestleMania. That's cool. You could have had Shinsuke win the last man standing match. He could have been champion for 3.5 months. You could have made a new face main eventer, have Seth take a step back, and then get another title match at the Royal Rumble, and Seth could win and get the championship back. Now you have a story. Now it's more intriguing that, hey, Seth just won the title. what Shinsuke going to do. Here's CM Punk. Here's Roman Reigns. Here's Drew McIntyre. Now you have stuff that means something. But if you can't tell a good story, your road means nothing. The wrestler means nothing. And what we have to do is tell the story. A movie that I really like is a movie called Basic. It stars John Travolta, Samuel Jackson, Connie Nielsen, Taye Diggs. I can't think of this other actor's name. Rosalind Sanchez is in it. It's got a good cast, right? The one thing they say all the time, a line resaid in the movie a lot, is you gotta tell the story right. And now here we are with Cody not facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And yes, we always assumed that finishing the story was defeating Roman at WrestleMania. No, finishing the story was winning the championship. We'll dive into the expose a little bit later. So you have to build the story. You have to tell the story right, or your road means nothing. And then you have to make the shows meaningful. You can't rest on your laurels. You have an extremely talented roster. What are they going to do? Because you created the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and the Women's Battle Royal, which I don't think they've done the women's. Did they have an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Hold on, let me see. I know there was one in. I know there was one in 2001. I know there was one in 2001. I was wrong. When was have they not held a battle royal since 36? No, 36 was the pandemic. There definitely wasn't a battle royal during the pandemic. So let's go to 2019, folks. Bear with me. WrestleMania 35. Cruiserweight title tournament. Number 2. Okay. So they had the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. WWE doesn't even put matches on the pre-show anymore. So how many battle royals have they had? They've had 9. WrestleMania 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 with the pandemic, 37, 38, 39. Okay, so they have held them. You got to get everybody in there. Then you have the women's WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, which is a horrible, horrible name. And they've only had 2. 34 and 35. They haven't even held the Women's Battle Royal in 4 years. Why? Why? Yes, I know you want to get everybody on the card, but you already don't even run pre-show matches. So you have to make the shows meaningful. I love AEW, I love Ring of Honor, and I love TNA because they run matches on the pre-show. They do their best to have stories that mean something to make the shows mean something. And you can get everybody on the card. That's all you got to do. Tell the story right, make the shows meaningful. And then we have WrestleMania in and of itself. The showcase of the immortals, the granddaddy of them all. Now, yes, I give the WWE much credit for switching WrestleMania to 2 days And they only did it because of the pandemic. And it's worked out beautifully for them. So yes, give credit where credit is due. WrestleMania is a dream. I'm going to WrestleMania this year. Philadelphia hasn't had a WrestleMania since WrestleMania 15, I believe, in Philadelphia. And that was a horrible show. Let's take a look at that card real quick, shall we? 12 matches on the card. 2 matches on the pre-show. Jacqueline versus Ivory, and D'Lo Brown and Tess won a tag team battle royal, defeating Droz and Godfather, right? Hardcore Holly defeated Billy Gunn and Al Snow to win the Hardcore Championship. Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett defeated D'Lo and Tess to retain the tag team championship. Butterbean defeated Bart Gunn by KO. That was the Brawl for All Lord. Mankind beat Big Show by DQ. The winner will be the special guest referee in the main event. Road Dogg defeated Goldust, Ken Shamrock, and Val Venus to win the Intercontinental Championship. Kane defeated Triple H by DQ. Sable defeated Tori to retain the Women's Championship. Shane McMahon defeated X-Pac to retain the European Championship. Undertaker defeated Big Boss Man in one of the worst Hell in a Cell matches ever. And Stone Cold defeated The Rock by pinfall to win the WWF Championship. That was the first of the Rock Austin trilogy. WrestleMania should be a way to get everyone on the card. If you don't tell the stories, if you don't make the shows matter, why should the wrestlers sit back and do nothing? Now. WWE has been doing this thing recently where they've been making the SmackDown before WrestleMania and obviously the Raw after WrestleMania big shows. Now, if you're not going to run pre-show matches, finish the stories on these shows. But if you are going to run pre-show matches, you have to tell the story right. You have to make WrestleMania mean something. Let's go to last year's WrestleMania 39. All right. This was held in SoFi Stadium. Let's look at the show, and did we have any? We had matches on the card. Did we have any matches that really meant something when you tell the story? Okay, let's see. Let's just see. Austin Theory, John Cena. This was supposed to be a big moment for Austin Theory. Meant absolutely nothing because they rarely followed up. Street Profits winning a Fatal 4-Way to win a Fatal 4-Way as a tag team showcase. Whatever. And I'm fine with it. Get people on the card. I'm fine with it. Give me a tag team showcase. I'm really good with that. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. That meant something. Trish, Lita, and Becky defeating Damage Control. 50-50. Rey Mysterio defeating Dominic. That meant something. Rhea Ripley defeating Charlotte. That meant something. Pat McAfee versus The Miz. What? Huh? I remember watching WrestleMania last year. I don't remember this match. KO and Sammy versus the Usos. That meant something. So night 1 was good. Night 2, Brock Omos. Ronda Shayna winning the tag team titles. Fine. But the Shayna turned to Ronda, so that really didn't mean anything. Gunther, Sheamus, Drew. That meant something. Bianca versus Asuka. Whatever. Bianca, Super Cena. Asuka once again doesn't have a win at WrestleMania. Snoop Dogg, The Miz. Edge defeating the Demon Finn Balor in a Hell in a Cell match. Ho-hum, that meant something afterwards. And finally, Roman defeating Cody. We're 50-50. If you don't make the show mean anything, if you don't tell the proper story, nothing matters. Nothing matters. Tell the story right. Make it mean something. That's all you got to do. That's all you have to do. We have to fix the road to WrestleMania. We have to do something. We have to be better in our storytelling. We have to be better in how we present these wrestlers. Because if we don't, we're going to lose everything. All I'm saying is the road to WrestleMania should feel just a tad bit more grand. And I don't know if we're there yet. I want to get there. But if you don't tell the story right, if you don't make things easy, if you don't make things clear, if you don't make things right, what does it really mean? We should be putting on our best work right now. WWE should be putting their best foot forward right now. And yet they struggle time and again. And then they'll occasionally get things right. They just have to get things right. But that is our show. Thank you for listening. Yeah, it's a weird time because of what happened last night, but we're going to press forward. We're going to move on. We've got 2 exposés next week. Diving into the Cody Rhodes situation. And also looking at the AEW rankings. The first rankings have come out, so we're going to talk about those, how to fix that. We also got a list, Flashback Friday, and then next Saturday will be Faction Warfare episode part 6. We'll get on to that, but check out the socials: Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course the 215 on Twitter. That is our show, and as always, Bailey, Isla Dawn, Gigi Dolan, Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander, and Anna J. Holla at your boy. Peace.